Hey, and welcome to the show. This show is brought to you by Patreon members like you.
Thank you for being a Patreon member.
As a Patreon member, you get a video of the podcast that we put out twice a month.
Now, on with the show.
Not really. I'll fix it in post.
Alright. So it should be fine.
Oh, wow. It's way back. Oh boy. Hey, Jeff. Hey, you can call me after the show if you want. We can still talk. Just saying. I know you're busy. We're all busy.
What's up, Josh?
What's up from PA? What's going on? Hey, it's fine. You guys are back from vacation. Hello from Jamaica. It's a good place to go on vacation. No problem, Christian. I'm there for you, bro. Australia.
What's up, Wayne?
Now that's a vacation I want to take. Is going to Australia.
What's up, Matt?
Who is it that is in the shop that just ran behind the Jeep and ducked down?
What's that?
Say it's Eckley. Eckley just ran behind the Jeep and ducked down. Robert, what's going on? Can use a cheap 6.5 for rear fill. You can, yeah. But there's an anomaly called I call it timber. Most will call it timbre matching. And what that is that if one thing doesn't match the other, then you can run into, it's not going any better. All right, so the color of the Jeep is going to screw up our color. I apologize. And we didn't have time to color balance anything. Yeah. Okay, so if you're using a DSP, like a lot of times when I use a DSP, I like to put a bandpass filter on my rear fill, cutting the tweeter down, and obviously cutting the mid-range to where it's not going to distort, meaning the lowest frequency it can play, and then cutting the tweeter down some. So that's a bandpass. So from that regards, yeah, you could conceivably use almost any speaker you want just as rear fill if you're taking that approach to it to where you're using a bandpass. The thing you just have to keep in mind is you don't want too much mid-range shift.
Thanks, Bill. What's up, Carl?
But there again, the mid-range should just, the rear fill should just kind of be there, but not be there. So when we're setting our rear fill, you know, we take care of the gain up front. We get that all figured out. Yeah. And then what we do is after we've EQ'd everything, I bring that rear up until Fernando goes, I can hear it. And then I kick it down just a hair. So that way if I do this, I can tell there's something there in the sound, but, and for all the guys that hate rear fill, hey, whatever works for you, bro. What's up, amigos?
What's up,
Opinion on JBL speakers. They're JBL speakers. JBL is one of the biggest 800-pound gorillas out there. Infinity, JBL, same company, Harman International. Yeah. They own Boston Acoustic. Bang & Olufsen, not Boston Acoustic. They own Mark Levinson. They make a ton of stuff. And they've been making good stuff for a long time. It's good stuff. That's it.
Yeah, definitely.
We've done some work with them in the past, and we're going to be doing work with them in the future.
What's up from Cali?
Nothing bad to say about them.
Yeah, no. Hey, guys.
It looks fine. Okay, it might be our TV, too. It's first day back, so I expect everything to go wrong. Let's be honest. Let's get it out of the way at the intro. Thank you guys right off the bat for voting. You guys have been doing great. And believe it or not, the voting is over today. This is the last day. Tonight at midnight it ends. I don't know if I think it's Pacific time, but that's it. It's over. So if you want to vote, if you're industry, Trusted Tech, installer of the year, whatever works for you, but out of industry, go to out of industry consumer and vote for installer of the year. That's me, this guy. The information we got from them that I posted on the Facebook page while I was on vacation, that didn't even include your votes yet, because that was just industry guys, so I can't wait to see what those numbers are. Now, this is only the second round of 3, okay? So that means that, the first round was me submitting the video, rear fill rules. Take that all the ways you want. So that was just me submitting the video. You guys got to see that. It was fun. And then once the voting is to get us into the top 12 for Installer of the Year and top 5 for Trusted Tech.
You're welcome, Mike.
So we're waiting to see how that goes. So that's what the voting's for. And then once we figure out if you got into top 12 or top 5 or both, then they have more stuff we have to do. So there's 3 things we're done with step 1 and 2, and then 3. I don't even know what step 3 is yet. So once we figure that out, I know it's no more voting, but we'll keep you guys in the loop. And then when we find out who wins, is going to be at Knowledge Fest in Dallas. Yeah. Do we know the dates? Because they're on the calendar behind us. So hold on, I'll just look here.
That would be the 12th, I think.
I think it's the 11th, 12th. So 12th is Monday, so it's the 11th. So it's the Thursday is the
Sunday. That would be the
8th.
Sunday one.
So yeah, Sunday the 11th. So Sunday the 11th
Sunday
is
the 11th.
Yes. No, is it Sunday night? Yeah, we find out Sunday night.
It's
So Sunday the 11th is when we find out who the winner is, and we'll probably go live.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We're definitely gonna go live.
So you guys can see a little bit.
Yeah.
Of,
So plus Haley wants to see what's going on. So if I lose, you all get to see me lose. If I win, you all get to see me win.
Yeah.
That's the fun of it right there, and that'll be good. So we'll go live Sunday night. It'll be good. Bill Freeman, thank you so much. He's gone ahead and put up a link to where you can vote. So that's enough. We won't talk about voting anymore. How was your vacation?
It was good. That was exciting. You know.
And I lie. We'll talk about voting at the end.
Yeah.
You're number one in my book, and you're number one in mine. You had a good time?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I went to Aquatica, and then we went to
SeaWorld.
SeaWorld, exactly. I totally forgot that. Yeah, it was just like a
Did you have a good time?
Oh yeah.
Hey, from West Palm.
Yeah.
Sunday. Let's go Phoenix Gold.
What's up, West Palm,
SQ,
bitch?
The best.
What's up, bro?
Well, that's cool.
Jason,
I hope you had. He was texting me too because he had just got back from his vacation when we went on our vacation.
Yeah.
So he was having a good time. Stereo Kings in the house, Oregon.
Yeah. So what do you do?
So we did a combination of stuff. So we had a bunch of little things on our plans. We went to Universal Studios, both Islands of Adventure and Universal. I'd never done that. We went to Magic Kingdom, the Keys to the Kingdom. And I tell you right now, if you have kids that are over 16 years of age or 16 or older, and you're coming to Walt Disney World, do the Keys to the Kingdom tour. It's like $100 on the price of your ticket. It is the coolest thing you will ever do there, and it puts a whole new perspective on. Like, for me, being the marketing person that I am and how I like to market things and whatnot, but what Disney does to control the user experience is insane. It puts a whole new perspective on everything that we know about marketing. And these guys were doing this stuff back in the 60s.
Yeah.
Okay? Because, it opened in 73. Okay, and they were doing this back in 73. The amount of attention to detail that they put into this is just, blows your mind. Plus, then they take you under, because there's a basement under Disney.
Yeah, but don't tell them.
No, they know that. That's part of the tour. They say they're going to take you under. That's why we went, because we wanted to walk under Disney, and you get to do that. So it was really cool. Took Haley golfing at Topgolf for the first time.
Okay.
We did some escape rooms. Never done escape rooms.
Did you escape?
I found out that I'm a good note taker for escape rooms, but other than that, I stay in the corner because when there's women involved, it's some crazy stuff. So I just stood back and took notes.
Do you guys actually like?
The first one we did not escape because Haley left a piece and then yelled at me, and then the last one we did escape from. So
what's up? What's up?
Keys to the Kingdom. Yep, that's it, Christian. 72. I think I said 73. I think it was. Yeah. Anyways, who cares? Semantics here. How are you guys?
Arkansas.
Oh, the 4th. For the 4th, I think I just went out to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, we did the escape room. That's what we did on the 4th. We did the escape room.
We're gonna wait for the SeaWorld, but that was like lightning and all that stuff.
Yeah. The weather sucked.
Never mind. So
it was
just
raining.
Get back to the hotel, go and eat and everything.
We were at Magic Kingdom that day.
Australia's in the house.
And it was like, I don't want to do that. Let's go because I'm tired. Because we got up. Can you recommend shallow subs that will handle a Rockford 1500 plus porter to seal? So they make the T1s, which are going to be the biggest one that Rockford makes. And honestly, those are kind of the biggest shallow ones that I'm aware of. I know Scar makes some, but they're not really shallow in the sense that they're really tall on the top. Yeah. We've put a boatload of power to the T1s. I mean, like, we've put a 750.1 on one. And we've talked about it before, and we've had this debate on how much power they will actually handle. But that's going to be the closest thing I can think of, the T1 shallows.
Yeah.
So,
what are your thoughts on the Pioneer GM D104?
Oh, the little brick amp.
Nice.
It's a cool amp.
Awesome.
For the price point, it's all right. So here's the deal. It's a little brick amp. Okay, for the price point, it's cheap. It's super cheap, and it'll give you more power. If you want something that's actually going to perform and have the opportunity to make your car sound better, pick up the Kicker Key.
Alex.
It's more money, but it has the auto EQ, auto DSP built into it, and it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Hold on.
You have it?
Yeah.
No, you don't have
all these boxes right here. So this is the kicker key here. It's about the same size as that 100. It comes with a cool microphone that you put on your headrest. It's super cool. If you're not familiar with it, go check out our video on this. It's in the kicker playlist. We put it in Haley's car. She's got this in her car still and loves it to this day. But anyways, that's that. Oh, and while we're talking about kicker...
Well, Rob is just killing it.
Rob's killing it? What's Rob doing?
Because his wife works Disney.
So,
nice.
Here it is. These are the L7s that we've been talking about for weeks now. The boxes are in, so this is the kicker. Comes with red. Ooh. Sound like the aliens from, yeah.
Aliens. I was thinking. Oh, yeah. A Toy Story?
Yeah, Toy Story, yeah. So this is the 10. All right, so this is cool. It's pretty shallow.
No DSR1 updates.
No, we're still in 9.3.
We're still in 9.3.
Oh yeah, we're still on 3. So I gotta call him because there's rumors that there is a 4.
They say this,
but I haven't seen it. So the base of this one is 7.5. The top of this one is 4 3/4, and it is 20 and a half. We're gonna call it 20 and a half inches wide. So that's the 10.
Yeah.
And this is the 12. There again, has the cool, yay. Super thin, sealed. These are both sealed. They do have the cool speaker, and I like this. Look at that. Look how small it is. That's so cool. I like that because everyone puts these giant cups on there.
Yep.
This one is going to be 7 3/4 at the base, 4 3/4 at the top, and this one is 21. We'll call it 21 3/4.
Yeah.
So there you go. Boxes are all set and ready to go if you want to pick one of these up for your vehicle.
What's up, Rudy from Texas? What is going in this Jeep?
This Jeep is getting
the Kenwood.
Getting this Kenwood short chassis radio. If you go back and check out our 5 Minutes of 5-Star on Instagram, we show you this is the short chassis. So if you don't know what that means, go ahead and check it out. We show you the back, the front, side to side, pimp and ride. It's also getting the cool Marine 5-channel. To power it, we've made a cool mount that goes up into the kick right there behind Fernando. It mounts up inside there. It's also retaining the factory series XM. The USB is getting retained. It went with the Pioneer Z series components up front, coaxials in the rear.
In the back.
Because those are stupid loud, and apparently she wanted it stupid loud.
And they have 210 kicker comps.
And a Rhino Line box.
They already have it, so like, I'm gonna
short
use
chassis
it.
radio.
Yeah, exactly.
Some days I feel like a short chassis radio. Did Paul come back from Canada saying, "Hey, no, trust me, Paul's got enough issues. Remember, he speaks both Punjabi and English, and just listening to the conversations he has with people that speak Punjabi is a lot of fun. Because ODK, what does he say? ODK, something that it's like, does that really mean okay? What are you saying there, buddy? Off topic, but what are the smoothest? Okay, what are you talking about? Off topic. What are the smoothest of these? What are we saying?
Off topic. What? Which one?
Smoothest what? Vote Dean. Just hours left. Yes, thank you. I should leave that out, but I know. All right, Bill. If you search Bill Freeman in here, Bill Freeman went ahead and put up a link to this, so you can go there. So just look for Bill Freeman's post.
Milli Pros or Cento Pros?
Ooh, Milli Pros or Centos?
Oh, wait. I also got flax.
Okay, so the flax are not going to be the smoothest. They're going to be the most. They're going to be the sharpest. Okay, because they're definitely going to be the sharp. Okay, so here's how I'd rate them. From sharpest to softest. Morel, Hertz, Focal. Does that sound right to you? Because I feel like the Morel is going to be the softest.
Yes.
The Hertz are going to be right there in the middle.
Yeah.
Closer to the Focal than to the Morel, but because it's a dome tweeter, it's not. It's like 1-2 degrees less sharp than the flax.
Yeah, and then of course they.
We're just talking that level playing field right there. So yeah. So that's kind of how I would rate those. There again, you can do no wrong. You do no wrong. They're all phenomenal speakers, and each one of them has. He's asking Millie Pros. Yep. So, what's up from Canada? Eh?
Canada, eh?
He's.
He's asking. Yeah.
No, it's like what was it? Not Canadias. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Love me some Canadias.
Yep.
The vocals are edgy.
TI3 car lap. Not yet. Not yet. Man.
Nothing EQs can't fix or boost. Remember,
now that we say we're gonna work on the car lap. I don't know which is gonna be next.
In your car lap?
The amplifiers or the radio.
I think we want to get the radio in next.
Yeah,
just because we've had that the longest.
Yeah.
I think the radio needs to go in next.
Yeah.
We need to tosh link into the Phoenix Gold DSP. And then the DSP into the T3s.
Yes.
And at some point get the focals mounted in the doors. But I think that's actually got to be last.
Which one? The speakers?
We are Canucks. Hey, I'm from Michigan, so like I was knocking on your back door. They'll take anyways.
All right. Do Alpine, Kenwood, Pioneer compete of the top end of the speakers anymore?
Hold on. How much better is the new KS series speakers? Would the key amp be a good match? So we'll take your question, but I'll answer this. They're a lot better. Oh my God, they are a lot better. They're freaking phenomenal. And yes, the key would be a good match for those.
Yeah,
okay,
definitely.
now what was your question?
Awesome. Okay, do Alpine, Kenwood, Pioneer compete at the top and the end of the speakers? Like,
So no.
They
definitely
don't compete
not.
Anymore?
Well, okay, so
I'm gonna say
all right,
they
so
compete every year.
Each one of them has their high-end brand. So Pioneer has a Z series, Kenwood has Exelon, and Alpine has X series.
X series.
And each one of those is the best that company feels represents their brand. Out of those, the X series is going to be the most expensive set of speakers, and those are freaking awesome. Okay,
they're awesome.
There again. It's okay. So like, all right, when you look at like any one of those that I've just mentioned, all right, the price points of those top off at the X series, which is like I think retail on that's like $6 something. Okay.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either. It seems like $6 something.
Okay.
Okay. Whereas like a Focal, that's just getting started in the Flax line. Like that's the medium-sized speaker. So, and then like you look at like the Z series on Pioneer. They're less than that, so they're kind of in that Access price point, maybe a little bit more than the Access. So, they're high end, but they. Oh my gosh! Somebody forgot to mention they just shut off the air compressor.
What's going on with the compressor, man?
Unbelievable. So I guess if you look at it that way, yeah, they make some high-end speakers, but it just depends what's on the playing field. So
I mean, I believe like it depends of what series you talk about. They have plenty series, so every
Thanks,
brand
Cody.
they have amazing speakers, definitely.
Kappa's good.
Yeah.
Compressor. Now we're gonna tell us compressor. A little late. Hey guys from Australia, what's your thoughts on crossovers pairs with old school German-made MB quartz, final quartz? It's been trying to source original crossovers. I think I have a set of those. Or yeah.
Really?
I thought we had some MB quartz.
No.
What's on the back of that?
No.
Boston Acoustic.
There you go.
Okay.
No.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So all right, if you're, obviously you could go active, and for that you're gonna need the FS of the speakers, and which should be printed somewhere. And if you don't have that, then you're gonna need a tool that'll give you the FS.
That's awesome.
Have some crossovers for those. If Ada has some crossovers, you can contact Ada at Absolute Electronics in Rockville, Maryland. Or just DM him here. I'm sure he would love to send them to some far reaches of the world. But yep. What's up, Joe?
What's up? They say, is the MTX sub any good?
I haven't worked with MTX subs in so long. Honestly, I don't think I've even seen one in forever.
Really? I never owned
Yeah,
MTX,
I mean, I owned the last thing I owned that was MTX was their box for my Dodge Ram. that I sold to Aaron.
They say they make like a huge.
Oh, they did. Oh yeah, and every Son of Ice
nice.
was no, the Son of Ice got the Clarion, I think. But yeah.
Speaking of Clarion, somebody say what happened to Clarion?
Crossovers are thumb down, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Well, you could go full active. I mean, that would definitely be the way to go, because then you could just pick any crossover point you wanted. I had Clarion in the U.S. Clarion went belly up and sold the Marine line to Jail Audio.
To Jail Audio, yes.
And then the car division, I don't know what they're doing with that. I think they're just gone. Thanks, guys. We'll be in touch. I have a 200 amp circuit breaker protecting my system. Should I replace it with a fuse? So I've told this story a couple times on here. And the reason why I don't use circuit breakers, and there again, circuit breaker fuse is a personal thing. You can use whatever you like, and if it works for you, great. The reason I will not use a circuit breaker is because you can reset it. Meaning if it breaks, you just click it and it goes back. Now, what we ran into was we did an old school box Chevy back in the early 90s, and the kid was a smoker, and he flicked his cigarette out the window, and the cigarette rolled around and landed in the back seat. He caught his back seat on fire. Now, when he caught his back seat on fire, it burned through and exposed the power wire. Now, here's where it got funny. The power wire wasn't actually burned. Okay? But the fire marshal saw the power wire, looked under the hood, and saw that it did not have a fuse. It had a circuit breaker, and because apparently a fire marshal, no offense to fire marshals out there in the 90s, they know more about car audio than we do, and 12 volt. So he said that's what caused the fire. Was that the circuit breaker caused the fire because it didn't trip. So after that, we threw away all our circuit breakers because we had to buy the car.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah, we had to buy the car. Luckily, it was a box Chevy, man. It was like $2,000.
Oh yeah. Hang on, give me 1 second.
I'm just saying. I mean, it was like $2,000. All right,
yeah.
You know, we weren't out a whole lot.
You have change?
And literally, the only thing wrong with it was the seat was burnt. But they totaled the car. Wow. It was great. So after that, we threw away every single circuit breaker we had, and I have not used a circuit breaker for anything other than a boat.
That makes sense.
Okay, that's it. Because boats, for some reason, most boats all have circuit breakers, which I understand because if you're trapped out in the water, you want to be able to click that thing back. You know, you might not have a fuse.
Yeah.
So I can understand them for boat use, but for
know,
cars,
definitely for boat.
There's you know, every now and then a car will have some form of a circuit breaker, but most of the time it's some form of a removable fuse that you can just pull up and push back down.
$2,000 so is a set of L7s.
Exactly. So, but after that experience back in the 90s, I have never used a circuit breaker. So, that's up to you. There's just like Eckley was telling us today. Mike Eckley, you guys remember him? He's the Phantom from AMP. He stopped by today and was talking to us. And so jewelry. I don't wear any jewelry in the Bay. He's married now for 3 years, so he wears his ring every now and then. And I keep telling him, put it in your pocket, put it in the toolbox. Right, don't do it. And Eckley was like, dude, let me tell you a story.
Yeah.
He was working with his noob, and the noob was adjusting the battery. Box Chevy's his junk. Oh, go easy there, man. This is Florida. Yeah, that's
somebody's.
You might get killed by some people here.
Box Chevy.
Yeah, for saying something like that. What's up, Sean? So, anyways, the guy was ratcheting, and his ring, and he tapped his ring, and it arced. So the battery wrench frame, it melted all his skin down to the bone.
I can imagine.
So they had to take bolt cutters and cut the thing off, and so and that was nice to hear that story. I always just tell them the Jimmy Fallon story, but whatever works for you.
Yeah,
so
no.
I was thinking of using HDMI on the Alpine 207 to an HDMI touchstick adapter for my 810. Okay, so the HDMI on the 207 is not an output; it's an input, so that will not work.
Yep.
So that's that. If you're out in one of those rigs behind you in the middle of nowhere, you'd recommend a breaker. No, and there again, Mike, I totally understand, but for what we're doing as sound, there's no reason to have a breaker. But if it's a crucial, there again, car manufacturer uses fuses, put a couple fuses in your glove box. What's up, guys?
Hey, Jeremy, it's not bad. 5,100, you get a good deal. Why not? That's awesome, man. Let's see. There are people that will kill for the banner box Chevy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for box Chevys? Oh, yeah, they'll just stab a brother.
Right.
I have an iPad that covers a PRS-80. I'm looking for a single DIN Pioneer head unit that has better connectivity with rear USB. I've asked this before, but I couldn't find the model Dean suggested. The 8800 was the model I suggested.
That would be now the 80...
I don't think they've updated it. I can tell you this, if you call Paul, I'm sure he has one in stock, and he'll be more than happy to send it to you. But that's the 8800. Jeff Smith, I miss you. Yeah, me too. But that's another topic. He was supposed to stop by today, and he didn't. I'll have to call him after the show. Of course, he's leaving on a plane at 6:30, so I'll probably be late if he even calls. Can you put a Chromecast on a Kenwood and watch it from your phone? So, yeah, Sony.
It's Sonny.
800. So there's no HDMI on a Kenwood. Kenwood took the HDMI away, so you're gonna have to use a Media Links. Media Links doesn't play well with the Chromecast, so no. But depending on your phone might have an output. I mean, if you're just trying to do it wirelessly, I get that, but yeah.
Yeah. iPhone iOS thinking about
has an HDMI input. Oh, 207 does have an input and an output to go to the overhead. That's right. I'm sorry. When I read 207, I was thinking the 309. And you're right. The 207 does have the in and output because that's one of the only ones made to go to the overhead, so you can control the overhead. I was thinking of doing the adapter. Alpine Tech says it is variable audio on the output from the head unit. Thomas, I think you should give it a try and let us know, because if it does work, we will let other people know. That way, you have done good for the community.
You've done good.
But yeah, okay, I forgot. 207 does have input and output. The reason why it has that is because it's one of the few Alpine head units that's designed to work with the overhead, so that you can use the overhead as a. The reason why they did that is so that the overhead DVD can play into the radio, and then the USB can play up to the overhead. So you can have that whole circle of life thing going on, and also control the DVD player from the front screen. It's pretty cool.
All right, can you do a DB test after each install?
A DB test?
A DB test. Give a sense of how loud it is. Thanks.
So, yeah, we could. I mean, now that we're using now that we have
the
DMRTA, it goes up to, I think with the microphone, I think it goes up to 130. Maybe 140. I'd have to just verify that with Chris, because it all dependent on the microphone. So they make two microphones. They make the 10 and the 20. Hey, we have them both. And then they used to make the SPL microphone, but I don't think they make that one anymore. So yeah, we could probably. All right, so the thing you got to keep in mind is you probably won't see them until next year, because the videos that so we're actually still working on 2018 videos. Like, the next one up is going to be, I'm going to start editing the F-150, the Raptor, because I put a picture of it up while we were on vacation. I don't know if you saw the Raptor picture.
Yeah, with the
scar. with the Nav TV Zen.
Yeah. Wow. That was
Zen is Nav TV's version of the Amp Pro or the AR. They make very specific ones for specific vehicles. Okay.
Yep.
Set goes above 130. I've had mine at 148. Perfect. All right, there you go. So yeah, we can add that in to that when we're doing the DSP. But there again, you probably won't see that take effect until much later.
Yeah.
We were doing it. So we did that when we did the Car Lab, when we did the JBL, and then when we did the 6-inch, the dual 6s. We did that with that. So yeah, if anything, we could definitely do it in the lab too. Yeah. CM10 says 136.
There you
go.
Did you know?
There we go. I mean, even though 136, 140 decibels is still pretty loud. Okay. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest.
Chris, ask Chris right now.
Is Chris there?
Yeah.
Chris, how loud can we use the DM-RTA with either the 10 or the 20 microphone on? They want to know. They want us to add that to our videos because we don't do enough.
Okay, so let's see. Do you know if a Pioneer 9-inch radio is a Pioneer? Do you know if a Pioneer do a 9-inch? No, they don't do a 9-inch. They do an 8-inch.
Yeah, they were all recalled.
Yeah.
So they're doing an update on them. So they recalled all of them because there was an internal fuse issue. I don't know if they're back out yet because we've been out for a week. I don't know because we have all the ones we got in. We had to send back. Do you guys watch yourselves on YouTube? Yes. To answer your question, yes, we do. Fernando specifically because he catches the video the morning I put it up, so he'll usually go and watch it. Because by the time I'm done editing it, I've been watching it for 5 hours. I'm over it, to say the least. But then what'll happen is, depending on the video, I'll sometimes go back and watch that because I want to see how it sounds on, or how it sounds and looks on my bigger TV, so that I can make sure that the adjustments that I've made to like the soundtrack in the background sound good. So yeah, as the video moves along, not back out yet. Thanks, Jason. So they're not out yet.
They're not out yet.
So you know, naturally we'll go back, and if we really want to be mean to ourselves, we'll go back to like year 1, which was 5-6 years ago, and we'll watch those to go, okay, let's never do that again. And that's, you know, we're constantly trying to push the envelope and not do the same thing over and over again with the show. So going back to see what we've done, it helps to do that, you know. But you know, okay, I think that answers that question.
Yeah. Let's see. Somebody says, I'm ditching my 212s Type R's because I had to put my third row seat back.
Oh, okay.
My 2 spare subs are 2 Type R 8, 2 ohms, and a Kicker L7-8.
What kind of car is it?
No idea. Need recommendation on a box.
I can tell you right now, they used to make an R-Type 15, all right? And I had a guy come in with a Tahoe that had a third row seat in the short Tahoe. And I made a box for 2 15s behind the seat of the Tahoe. It was because there was 9 inches, so it fit.
Wow.
Sealed. Go sealed. I mean, if you have a Tahoe, that is. I mean, there again. But the R-Types work in steel boxes, and they work in small steel boxes. So, I mean, you can, if you want to use them. Acura MDX. Ooh. Okay, that is small. But still, I mean, you know, you have the speaker depth, and as long as you have an inch, you can go wide. You can still make a steel box for that.
Yeah.
How do you use the time alignment to make your sound stage more narrow? Pinpointing, thanks. That actually is the EQ's job. So, you know, once you get your measurements correct, you can use, why do I keep saying, you know?
You can use.
Once you get the measurements correct and you've figured out the distance from here to here, adding in for the gap between the grill and the speaker, so sometimes you have to add 1.5 inches, 2 inches to your measurements. Once that's done, that's done. Now it comes to the actual tune portion of it and also the direction of sound. Level control is the big key here. A lot of the times what I'll end up doing is turning down this channel as opposed to, and leaving this one alone. So I'll usually go in and turn this down somewhere between 1 and 2, and somewhere between 1 and 2 is like 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, somewhere in there depending on the DSP. I'll turn this one down, which will naturally drive the image, if you're having an issue, more towards the center. The perceived center, I should say. And then depending on your EQ is really where you get to drive that home as far as the mid-range and the treble and whatnot, and directing that up to. Now if you're doing passive like we do most of the time, that's where it gets harder, because you don't have the ability to EQ each speaker and level control each speaker. So you do have to play with it quite a bit to get it where you want it to go.
And like I say, definitely that makes sense.
Yeah, having all the speakers in phase. Or, okay, not just having them in phase, but having them in the phase they need to be in. Okay, so for example, if you have a component set, a lot of the times, and we've talked about this on the show, the manufacturer, because it's a 12 dB crossover, is they'll go ahead and they'll put the tweeters out of polarity with the mid-range, because there's a polarity shift there that causes issues because it's a 12 dB network. Now, depending on where those tweeters are going, up here, over here, over here, that can actually polarity shift back into phase by the time it gets to your ears, or the phasing can switch. So, like if you get a set of components and you test polarity, if these are both popping negative and these are both popping positive, which is also why I put a bandpass on the rear channel so those tweeters don't affect each other, you may need to put them back into polarity just to make them phase properly to your ears, okay? And that shift can cause this to go funky. So there is some fooling around you have to do. So what you want to do is, you know, when we're done, we'll actually switch the tweeters every now and then just to see what is going on. So if these are all popping red and these are popping green, or vice versa, they're popping, we know, okay, so the manufacturer did that on purpose because they were trying to fix the dip at the crossover point. Do we need to leave them that way, or can we flip them back because now they're far enough apart from one another that dip may not occur audibly? It's still going to be there, but it might not be enough of an issue to where we're going to hear it. And sometimes that will bring that center image back or push it further away. So something to play with. My kids are watching. Can you guys say hi? Jody, Isabel, and Avery. And Jordan. It's too many letters.
Jordan, Isabel, and
Avery.
Hi.
Hi, Joe. Sorry if I messed up your name. Jordan. You.
Yes.
The first one.
Hello to everybody.
Isn't that how crossovers work? Yeah, I mean a crossover, yeah, okay, so a crossover, the easiest way to describe a crossover to somebody that's like, what is a crossover? Because the name in itself is kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Especially to an engineer in the same field. So the crossover is the traffic cop for sound. So it tells a tweeter to play certain frequencies. It tells the mid-range to play certain frequencies. But we put a lot of faith in these crossovers doing what they're supposed to do. And of course, then there's different levels of crossovers. You have a 6 dB crossover, a 12 dB, 18, 24. And each one of those does a little bit different things for the sound. And then you have different types of crossovers. You have Linkwicks-Riley. You have Butterworth. You have Basil, however the hell you want to say that. So there again, there's a lot to it that just put the box in, screw it down, call it a day.
Hey, Octavio.
But once you start to get critical of what you're trying to do, that's when your eyes have to go, whoa, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And that's where the fun checks in. There are ways to check that with an RTA. Yes, there is.
Definitely.
And
okay.
It's called a null.
I'm thinking of getting Kenwood double DIN radio for my 2008 Ram. I'm not sure which one yet. I'm still play CDs. I don't care about Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Any thoughts?
You don't want Android Auto or Apple CarPlay?
No.
Well, still, you're going to get the best radio. All the best radios come with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So what the manufacturers, hey, from Kansas, Arkansas.
And you can keep your steering wheel controls. Yes, you can keep your steering wheel controls.
So here's the thing to think about.
So look at this one.
Yeah, so what the manufacturers have done, such as the example here in this Kenwood, is that they've decided that they're going to do a good, better, best in the radios like they've always done. And the best is going to come with the best of everything. So you're going to get CarPlay, you're going to get Android Auto, but you're also going to get the best radio. So when you want the best, for example, if you want like a 4500,
hi Mom.
If you want a 9907, hey Mom. If you want the 207 or the 309 Alpine, all those radios, or whatever the comparable JVC and Sony's are, all those radios, because they are the best, are going to have those features already built into it. Whether you use them or not is entirely up to you. However, let's take, for example, the high-end units, such as a 4500 and a 996 or a 906. Okay? Those have Wi-Fi for wireless CarPlay. All right? Now, Bluetooth sucks. We can all agree on that. Wouldn't it be nicer to stream stuff over Wi-Fi, where the compression is not, it's Wi-Fi. Good God, you can stream movies over it.
What's
so
that?
for best sound quality,
Hey,
go
Chris.
that way. Thank you, Chris. There was questions on how much SPL the DMRTA can take using either the 10 or 20
Microphones, yeah.
microphones. That was a question earlier. I don't know if you were there for it, but yeah, you really need to look at everything, not just listen.
Yeah.
True, you do, and he's going back to the crossover side of things.
All right, Dean. I have a Chromecast audio.
What's up, Seth?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, my bad. I have a
Chromecast.
Yes, Chromecast audio, and it has optical out.
Yes.
How would you interface in between the head unit and amps?
With some form of a DSP that has optical input.
Optical input, like the Phoenix Gold.
All right. So let's go back. Let's scale the train back just a minute. What is optical? Okay, because optical is basically a cool way of saying fiber touch link. So this is what I have. Send it to me. Destroy the packaging here. All right. So this little pink guy right here. This is the touch link fiber input. Hold that.
No, you can't even see it from here, but yeah.
No, I just meant hold it. I just need you to hold it.
I'm holding it.
Okay, thank you.
I'm still holding it right here.
We have a touch link cable here somewhere.
Yeah.
What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. All right. So this is. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get so close. Insufficient bandwidth, video. Okay, hold on a second.
Okay, so the SPL is up to 130 dB.
Okay. There we go. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
All right, so this guy here is the Toshlink digital output. And what that's designed to do is plug directly into this guy right here. If I can get it the right direction. My eyeball's working? Yes. Okay. So, yeah, boom. So it plugs in right to there. All right, so what this is carrying is a left and right audio. So let's take this one step further. Isn't this fun?
Oh, yes.
So there's a handful of radios, and by that I mean like 2 right now on the market that have this form of an output. And I get you're trying to use your Chromecast.
Okay, so
a lot of people use Apple TVs because they have that output too. So now you take the cool Sony, this guy right here, it's upside down, and then this will plug directly into here. And now we're done. So what we've done is that's your connection. That's all you have to do from this to that. It's a left and right, and as long as it has a variable voltage, or as long as it has a volume-controlled Toshlink output, these do, then this will move up and down. Now all you do is you hook your amplifiers up to this. Now if you want to go further than this, meaning this type of connection, that puts you into a few brands. Because this doesn't do output to the amplifier. So that's going to put you into like an Audison or a... Off the top of my head, I know Audison will do it. I don't know if the Helix stuff will do that or not. But the Audison gives you full DA, which means you can go full Toshlink throughout the whole thing. Video issues. Yeah, we're seeing some weird stuff on our end too.
Videos about that.
Because I'm thinking it's hitting 7 o'clock, so everyone's getting home.
Yeah.
Okay. Good now. Okay.
I see.
All right, so did everyone catch that on the whole Toshlink thing?
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're going to need a DSP that has some form of a Toshlink input, and from there you can go out to whatever you want.
All right, so what are you using?
And then you just make presets and switch the presets. Okay,
what are you using in the Jeep
sheets.
Wrangler? Yeah, I know. And the Jeep Wrangler for head units and the humming?
Jeep Wranglers in the humming?
Units in the Hummet.
In the what?
It's a Hummet.
Humid and wet climates of Florida. I have a 4400X, but I think a drop of water on the screen caused it to malfunction. Yes, it will. Other than the output. Okay. So the question is, what do you use in a Jeep if it's raining? You have a Jeep like this, and what do you do if you buy a normal radio, you have a soft top, and you don't want to ruin the radio? That's bird poop. do you buy the Alpine? The answer is yes. Unfortunately, right now, that's it. Or, yeah, that's it. Because everything else is just not going to work.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because like Rockford just came out with their new Harley radio, their direct fit Harley radio.
Yeah.
That's waterproof, but it's a direct fit for just the Harley. It would be really cool if they made that for a Jeep.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have a screen. It's a small screen, so I don't know if that's gonna work.
You need to look at the 5000 very well resistor. Oh, the Sony one.
Oh, AX5000. Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Okay.
Sony.
Yeah.
It's a Monday. What do you expect?
Exactly.
The internet is mad at you because you were gone for a week. Totally.
Exactly.
All right, so the Jeep. You have the Alpine, and thanks to Ada and Brandon, you have the Sony AX5000s, very water resistant. So look at those. If you don't want to go crazy and spend the money, go ahead and check that out. Welcome back, you guys. Do you guys like the Morel or the Focal 6.5 that cost about 10% of some of their other speakers? I had an idea where the cheap models for either. I had no idea there was cheap models for either. Yeah, they both make affordable brands. I'm a Morel guy through and through. He is a Focal guy. Vacation was wonderful. It was great to have the time off. Nice. I'd say it's nice to get back to work and get to the grind, but no, let's be honest. There's no such thing as coming off vacation one and get right back to work.
This is like a bad 70s Karate Kid. That's awesome. That's not good.
The timing is great. So the voice is off. All right, now I'm just screwing with it. There again, we apologize. One thing we can't control is the internet, unfortunately.
Exactly.
We'll do the best we can. And of course, if you missed something, you can always go back and look at the. Okay, I don't know whose name that is. You can always go back and check it out tomorrow on YouTube, the parts that you missed, if you want. If not,
somebody likes it.
There's always next week. There's always next week. I have an aftermarket sub and amp hooked up to my factory radio, and when the volume goes up, the bass dies. Any suggestions? That's called bass roll off. And when bass roll off is designed, so see, Chris, this is why we love you so much. So how that is fixed is with a device like this. This is called AccuBass. This is called AccuBass. And bass roll off is something that they have a patent on fixing. So what AccuBass is designed to, now that's available in all their products from LC2i, LC7i, the DM810.
Right, if you only
want to worry about the subwoofer, you can just get something like an LC2i. Well, what it's designed to do is detect the voltage, and as you turn up the volume and it dips, you tune your AccuBass to that, and then the AccuBass will momentarily dip and then follow back up with the rest of the music, so you don't have that bass roll off. The other solution, of course, is just get a radio.
Yep.
Yeah, no, exactly, Robert. I like that. First day back from vacation, surprised anything is working.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta be honest with you, totally agree. Yeah.
Hey guys, I got a 2015 C7 Corvette. What can I do to upgrade it?
What do you want to do?
You can do anything you want.
2015, go to town.
Yeah.
I mean,
pretty much.
Audio system, it's got Bose. We can put amplifiers in it.
K2s. And there.
We've done a lot in Vets. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's as much as you want. It's one of the cars that a lot of people like to work on, and we get to have lots of fun with them. Darn internet. I know, right?
Man.
It totally stinks.
We feel the same way. Exactly. So let's see. Oh, we already answered that.
Yeah.
We cut out with like the bad internet that we have, man. Sorry, guys.
I don't think it's the internet. It's just today. It's Monday. You know, it's just gonna suck. Well, was everything buffering? Yeah. I gotta get back to the gents. No problem, Jason. Thanks for tuning in today.
Thank you, Jason.
So real quick, as you guys know, the install industry stuff that ends. The voting ends today. So that's cool. We're excited to have that over. August, we're going to Knowledge Fest, which we'll find out who wins. We're gonna go with PAC. So starting probably this Saturday next week, we'll start talking about the things we're going to be doing there with PAC and how you guys get to join us. If you don't work industry, if you're fans of the show and you're consumers, as they like to refer to you as, we like to refer to you as fans. Regardless, we don't judge that way. But if you can't go, what we're going to do is we're going to up our coverage. So we're going to have tons of coverage this year of Knowledge Fest because we realize that it is a cool thing. It's a great show. Just because it's industry-based doesn't mean we can't take you guys along and show you the cool things. So one of the reasons we started doing 5 Minutes with 5 Star on Instagram was so that we can do more videos quickly. And that is going to be a big part of what we're doing at Knowledge Fest because we're going to have a ton of booths, I've seen the layout. I sent you a picture of the layout, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be a ton of people there, so we're going to be better to interact with you guys.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot.
Internet's still on vacation. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, go figure. It took an extra day off. Plus, we're going to expand. If the show floor is open, we're going to have some form of a video. So there's going to be a video Friday. There's going to be a video Saturday. We're going to do a video Sunday.
Yeah,
normally for Sunday, we take a break and we just kind of walk around and talk to people. We're not going to do that this year. We're going to be able to read the comments on the videos, and kind of Sunday we're going to use that to go back and kind of fill in the blanks. So if the Saturday show has always been the shout out, where we bring everyone that's there, we give them the opportunity to talk, whether it's a vendor, whether it's a dealer, they all get to go in and have fun time.
Shout out, yeah.
And that means that we're going to, that's that. And then Friday we do the walk around where we take you all around the place and show you everything. So Sunday, we'll be able to have read those comments on Friday and Saturday's show, and we'll be able to go back and, like, if someone says, oh, we missed this, talk more about that, we can go back and we can either introduce that into the live show on Sunday, or we can film something on that so that it can be released later in the recap. Because if you've ever seen, and if you haven't seen, go back and watch the Knowledge Fest recap show, where it's actually an install diaries. And because we kind of, the whole idea originally was to paint the picture of what is going on there. This year we're going to take that a little bit further and try to bring you guys not so much into the classes, but more into the other. Just try to do more interviews, talk with manufacturers, and we have an agenda, and we'll see if it works. Installers. Anybody that wants to take a camera and put it in front of their face.
Some people, they don't want to.
A lot of people don't want to talk.
A lot of people don't want to talk and everything.
They don't want to talk to us at all.
We're gonna try.
Because they're scared. So. But yeah, so, and then of course we still have some other things we're going to talk about as far as what's going on there. I think we should still do that with Jeff.
Wes, we haven't found a place for actually we find a place for the laser. We haven't had time. We just came back from vacation, and
it's gonna go there.
It's gonna be right here in the corner in this area. So
it's gonna go where the wire rack is now.
You guys gonna see it maybe in the 5 minutes with 5 Star.
I found somebody who makes a cover for it. There's a guy on for the laser.
Okay.
There's a guy on Etsy that sews covers for
cover those. like a plastic cover.
No, it's like a cover that you put over it so that when you're not using it, you can cover it up and keep dust and stuff off of it.
That's cool.
I didn't spend that much money on it to get dusty. And get all ruined by shavings of crap and plastic and stuff. You're over there grinding and throwing metal shavings all over.
That will be you. You were next to it.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
I'm on the other side.
You do explain the shop. We'll do once we get everything rearranged, we'll do that. If you want to get a quick overview of what the shop looks like, go ahead, go back and watch the video we just did on my submission to
Installer
of the Year. We do a quick shop tour in that. Along with other things, but you kind of fast forward to that part and get an idea of what the shop looks like. When we were filming that, we actually had like a 35-minute shop tour, but you can only have 10 minutes.
What's up, Bobby?
We had to throw that all away. Cat fight, whatever, Haley.
Cat fight.
She's being funny. She's just being Haley. We did film more episodes of The Boring Life, so we'll be looking for those here shortly. Yeah. I think that's it. I think the internet is done enough for us today.
So don't forget to vote. If you haven't voted, today is the last day. Installer of the Year or Trusted Tech if you're in the industry.
Make sure you fill out all the blanks. If they have empty things, make sure you fill them out, or he just doesn't count your answer. Because that's just how it works.
If you Retailer of the Year and all that stuff.
If you have a name, you can vote. If your kids have names, they can vote too.
Yeah.
So
make an account for your cat, make an account for your dog, and just vote.
As long as you fill out all the answers, you can vote.
You're welcome, Franco.
Got your stickers. Cool. We have some more stickers being printed hopefully next week or so. So, because I know we have a couple.
Go for Absolute Electronics on Maryland.
Yeah, there you go.
Ada.
That's for retailer of the year.
Retailer of the year.
We're not in that category. We didn't want to do that because
we're
not retailers.
Nope.
We're installers. Until the next one. Bye. We're gonna go with that, Robert. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you, Joe. And it's stickers.
We're just waiting to get more printed. Right now we're out of all the small stickers. So the pack we're hopefully Butch will have some more of those to us this week.
He's gonna butch more stickers.
All right, we're gonna end the show there. As usual, you can find us here on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. DNF Tool Drawer is a place you can find all the cool tools that we use. Teespring/store/5stars where you can get cool shirts like that. Patreon podcast. I didn't get the podcast up because the hotel had absolutely no internet. The Wi-Fi sucked. So
you have internet.
I don't know. It was garbage. The whole vacation. Wow. I could not. I tried to. I had pictures. I had to email Will. Like 15 pictures.
Yeah.
It's 3 hours. I was like, no. Okay. So we didn't get it up. So I'm gonna try to get that up tonight. Get that up onto for last month, and we still got 2 more.
All the Patreon supporters, thank you so much for supporting this.
Yeah, we're gonna end it there. You guys have a wonderful night as always. We'll see you later next time.
Thank you, Franco. Bye.
Bye. One of these buttons turns this thing off.
Yeah, the one that said end the video.